up, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? This reading is for water signs for September 2021, the first week of September. If you are interested in seeing the next week's, you can follow my page on Patreon, and I post all of the weekly readings there. Let's just go ahead and get started with this. It is officially Virgo season, which has, you know, a very earth vibe to it. We're getting organized. We're doing the Virgo thing, getting back to work, back to school. Oh, I lost my card there. All right. So what's going on with the water signs? How are you guys doing? Are you guys holding up okay? Has it been pretty rough? Let's see. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. How are my water signs doing? My eyeshadow's like that roll on. I don't like it. Okay. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's going on for September? September. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I hope y'all are taking care of your health. Let's see what we have. We have illusions, clouded judgment, unbalanced, skewed. We have trapped, stuck, tied down, captive, and we have emotional whirlwind, affected, dramatic, unstable. So one thing I was getting was for sure needing to be mindful of your health, of your stress level, of just anything that might have an impact on your physical body, you know, making sure you're drinking enough water, all of that jazz. With these cards here, I do feel like you don't have all of the information. You don't have all of the information. You haven't processed your emotions completely, or your emotions are blinding some of your logic. And you may be feeling a little bit stuck, right? With the trapped card, you may be feeling like you are a little bit stuck in a situation. And for some of you, that's great. For some of you, you like that. But for others of you, there is a lack of clarity. There is a skewed perception, right? So the perception doesn't seem very clear, and it's impacting how you're processing your emotions. What's going on with the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? What's going on with the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? 5 of Cups. It is in reverse, but it flipped out pretty hard. 5 of Cups about feeling grief, feeling lost, feeling, it's like crying over spilled milk, over something that can't be changed. Okay. So we have 5 of Cups. It is in reverse. And then we have the 6 of Wands, which is about feeling like you're successful, feeling like you've accomplished something, you overcome something. Okay, so you are in a state right now where things just don't feel 100% great. This could be because you're impacted by, you know, just what's going on in the world, and, you know, the water signs I feel like are going to be feeling it the most. It could also be that with the 5 of Cups in reverse, there's some stuff that just is kind of bumming you out. That doesn't seem clear. You don't understand why it can't be different, why it has to be this way. Okay, so with the 6 of Wands, you still feel a sense of success, of recognition. You feel like even getting to this place, even though this place has been a little bit rough for you right now, let's not ignore the fact that it has taken so much work and so much healing and so much like bravery, right? Valor to get to where you are. So even though right now things don't seem very clear, it seems like what the cards are also trying to remind you of is, don't forget how you got here. Like, you've worked very hard. You've come back out on top in the past, and you're coming back out on top here as well. Okay. 5 of Swords in the bottom of the deck is saying that we do have an energy that is trying to win at all costs. Somebody that is not necessarily trying to play fair. And so because of that, I think it's important that you do not like stay guarded, but just, you know, be mindful of the guard that you do have up. Pay attention to people's actions. Pay attention to what they say, what they do. You know, let that represent how they really feel and what they're really willing to do. Okay? Let's see what the challenge is. I just realized a card fell over there. Get it? I'm all over the place. What? My cards are falling over my table. Okay. For challenge, what's the challenge for the water signs? Challenge for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Sidetracked, okay. So this situation, the way that it is now, and just like, I mean, the way it's making you feel is sidetracking you. It's sidetracking possibly your work. It is sidetracking maybe your way of thinking. It is putting your focus somewhere else. Yeah, and the thing is, like, if you can't see where you're going, like if you're sidetracked and you're distracted, that's a very tough challenge, because it's almost like you have to get yourself to refocus on what it is that you're trying to do. All right, what's the challenge for the water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Clarify sidetracked. What's the challenge for the water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I think also with this challenge of being sidetracked, you are struggling with, like, what should I focus on? What should I be trying to call in, manifest? Yeah, because just things don't seem clear right now. So it's almost like grasping at, grasping at straws, or whatever that saying is. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is ancestry, familial stuff, like generational issues. So this may be something you may be dealing with, a situation that is a pattern from your generation, from your ancestors. This is also could be a sign that the events that have been going on are sidetracking your finances, are sidetracking your financial, like your income. Okay, and then we have the Magician. This is Gemini energy and Virgo energy as well. It's Mercury, basically Mercury energy. And this is about what to manifest. Like, what do I want to manifest with this? What do I want to create with this? What tools do I have with this? So with this in the challenge position, you're having trouble really getting to the ideal that you want, right? So you left that tough situation, or you've done a lot in the past to get where you are. You are in a bumpy situation where everything is not clear. You do not know all of the answers. There is a little bit of a bummer situation going on. It's distracting you, and so it's making it difficult to see which tools you need to use in order to get you to the place that you've been trying to go to. Okay, also it seems like this situation that's going on right now, it's messing with your luck, or it's like part of your luck. Yeah, with the Magician in the challenge card, in the challenge position, and this is not normally something that I say like in my readings, but with the Magician and a challenge card, this can also be like kind of like brujeria energy, or like witchcraft energy, like somebody trying to throw like negative energy at you, somebody trying to cause issue in your life from a distance, right? Whether it is through like witchcraft, or even like somebody thinking very badly of you, or like speaking very badly of you can start to cause you to trip. Some people have that, it's like a gift where you say things and then they happen. Some people have that. It's not all the good people either. So you could be dealing with that as well. All right, let's see what advice we have for water signs. Ask me in the comments about that if that's something that you want to know about. Because I know when I learned about that, I was like, oh, that's why protection's important. Advice for the water signs: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You need to acknowledge that something isn't clear to you. You can't act like it's fine. When you like know deep down inside that something just doesn't feel clear. You know, something doesn't feel right. Something feels fuzzy. Something feels like off. Okay, we have heart fog. It says mixed signals, blocked emotions, and clutter. We have infatuation, addiction, adoration, compulsion. Excuse me. We have one day, someday, somewhere, another time. And then we have running on the bottom: ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So in the advice section, I think there's a need to acknowledge that there are some things that are not clear to you, right? So that can be kind of difficult, because admitting that like you don't know or you're not sure is something that is hard. It's hard for everybody. But right now, because of what you're dealing with and how you're processing, it's not clear, and that's okay. That should be okay. It should be okay that is where you are. Okay, then we have infatuation, adoration, addiction, compulsion. if there is something that you're addicted to, if you are seeing addiction, if you are seeing compulsion, if you are reacting this way, that's something to pay attention to. All right, and then one day, someday, somewhere, another time, your dream, like your ideal balance, it's still on its way to you. This is part of the journey. This is part of the process. Yes, you moved on from that chapter and you're moving into this chapter, but there's like a process of entering this chapter. And so don't get discouraged because it doesn't look or feel exactly perfect yet. This is a work in progress. Okay. What advice do we have? I still didn't see what's running. Keep going. That's what I think with the running card. It's like just keep moving, keep going. Like don't let this block you. Okay. We have the Chariot card. Yes, keep going. That's Cancer energy. And this is about getting in alignment with your path. This is about being on the journey. Okay, again, exactly what I was saying just before, which is the journey is not about, how cliche. The journey is not about the destination. It's not about actually, getting there. Although you are in this new chapter of your life, it is about the process of traveling through it, right? The Chariot card can also be encouraging you to take a road trip, take a little drive, take some space. The Chariot card is also about getting in touch with your feelings. It's linked to the sign of Cancer. So taking the lead in being the person to acknowledge your feelings, right? So other people are not going to acknowledge your feelings for you. I mean, not usually. So it's up to you to say, oh, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling confused. That's up to you to say. 8 of Wands is things moving very quickly. 8 of Wands is also travel though. So if you've been thinking about traveling, if you've been thinking about taking a little trip, a little weekend trip, going for a drive, hey, it's like Labor Day weekend this weekend, that seems like a good way to clear some of the fog that's been going on. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this is you regaining your security, your stability, remembering who the F you are. You also may have an earth sign in your life that's bringing a lot of support and security and stability, and also making you more aware and conscious of long term, right? So they may not be necessarily in your bank account, hey, so 10 years from now, how much do you want to have? Blah, blah, blah. They may just be somebody that because of them, you're triggered to really think about the future. Maybe it was a past experience with them that you don't want to go through again, and you're like, okay, now I know I need to think about the future. Okay, so you really are also really activated in that regard. Okay, outcome for the water signs. Where are we going? Outcome, we have confessions and distance. Drink something. All right, we have confessions and we have distance. Unexpected message, unveiling, justification. Then we have distance, barrier, separation, and space. You may need to tell somebody that you need some space. That is a thing for my water signs, especially you Scorpios. And it also may be that a certain communication comes from a different space, so somebody from far away, maybe somebody that you've been thinking about traveling to see, has a message, something that they want to tell you, something that they want to, I'm going to say confront you about, but not in an aggressive fighting way. You also may be having better communication when it comes to boundaries. The distance card says barriers, separation, and space. So this could also be an outcome of you discussing what are the proper boundaries, what are the happy boundaries. Outcome for water signs. Ooh, 6 of Cups, reconnecting with soulmates, reconnecting with your younger self, making some offers. Wow, super heavy water energy too, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But what this is saying to me is that you're reconnecting. This could be coming from a vulnerable place. This could be also reaching out to somebody saying, you know what, I know things haven't been exactly working out, let's have this cup of coffee, let's chat about it, or you know what, things are not looking exactly how I want them, but I think that we can work on a solution together. That's what this is. Let's be creative with our solution. Let's be creative with our boundaries. Oh, that's so cute. You guys are so cute. Yes, this feels very unique. I must say so. This feels very unique. It feels like the conversations can be some that you've never had before. As far as feeling foggy and sidetracked, this could also be residual. Sorry, a call came in. The foggy and the opening of this reading could also be residual from the previous experiences, right? And having to relieve some of those. And you know what's so interesting is that we have Mercury retrograde coming in pretty early in Libra season. So Mercury retrograde in Libra season, okay, an air sign. And usually I would feel like, oh, it's gonna be rough. You know, Gemini retrograde was a little bit funky. It caused definitely travel issues. But one other thing that I've really been thinking about with this upcoming Mercury retrograde is that I really feel like it's coming in to sweep anything that just isn't working anymore, to just bring balance, you know, to things that just finally needed to be balanced out, so you can start to build a stronger foundation. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say, and I will leave you to it, water signs. To those of you that are on my Patreon, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting my path, my journey. You all get a free recorded reading from me, which I'm going to be working on in the upcoming days and weeks. It's going to be in order of join. So, yeah. So if you just recently joined, it's going to be in about a week and a half too. Okay. For water signs, what messages do we have? Your dreams need a practical plan. Oh, your dreams need a practical plan. Yes, there is some planning that has to be done. You might be dealing with a Taurus, because I do have a Taurus here on the bottom of the deck, but also with this creative boundary setting and, you know, really trying to acknowledge that maybe you don't know everything, that there's some movement that needs to take place, that things are unclear, that you're still on the journey, right? Can help you start to stabilize and get some strong foundation. We also have a fiery climax approaches. And in the outcome, we did have confessions. So it could be that a really spicy conversation is coming in for y'all. All right, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have fertility. It's a perfect time for you to start new projects, give access to new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Ostara, give birth to new conditions. Yes. Irakura, blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. You're blossoming. Something that I'd just like to say really quick before I get off is about this Chariot card, which is something I never noticed, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but in his shoulder pads, like he has those, you know, metal shoulder pads, it looks like two faces that are on his shoulder pads, and they were really calling my attention because it does feel like there's a duality. There's two voices that are talking. There are two places you can go. You can choose to go to the light, you can choose to go to the dark, you can choose to indulge here, you can choose to indulge there. And that's why I think it's mindful to take some time to have some conversations, to take some space if you need it, so you can clarify which one you want to use, which side you want to use, okay? Cool. Well, I hope that was helpful, water signs. Sending you lots and lots of love. I'll see you next month. If you're on my Patreon, I'll see you next week. Bye.